Percent change, here it is. It's express an amount of change as a percent of an original amount. I'll give you examples of that. Write that down first, and I'll give you some examples.
Yeah, it's good. Now you're recording this, guys. He likes racing. Freaking fresh. Freaking fresh. I don't know what makes myself. Period.
Alright, so here's an example. Say you got a 2 on the first scale, and then you improved to a 3 on the second one. So your percent change would be, you went from a 2 to a 3, so you changed it by 1 point, right? So you put your 1 point over the original. So you went from a 2 to a 3, so that would be a 50% change, 50% increase in what you did the last time. Or if I say, for example, there's a sale and something goes from $20 down to $16. Also, it goes from $20 down to $16. So if the original price was $20 and it went down $4, right? 20 down to 16. $4 over 20. Do you know what percent that is?
Yes, that's 5%. I win.
Checking your calculator. 4 over 20. What's that? Not 5%. It's 1/5. What percent is 1/5? 20%. So it would be a 20% decrease. Okay. So there's lots of places where you talk about increases and decreases. If you look at, like for us as schools, if you look at our test scores and things like that, they always print it with what your increase or decrease was from the year before. Scores. So also in the financial world, we do that. So percent increase, that's if the new amount is greater than the original amount. So if the new amount is greater than the original amount, then you call it a percent increase. On some of the problems, they're going to ask you to say, is this an increase or decrease? You can usually tell from the context of the problem. So if the new amount is greater than the old amount.
I love math.
All right. A percent decrease would be if the new amount is less than the original amount. In several of the problems, they just tell you what the new amount is and what the old amount is. And you can figure out if it's a increase or decrease. Basically, you do some subtraction, and then a quick division, and then change it to a percent. That's about what this amounts to. So a lot of calculator work. Okay, so here's the percent change formula. So P percent, your percent change is the amount of change over the original amount times 100. So the amount of change over original amount times 100. You have to multiply by 100 to get it back to a percent.
Oh. So that'll be divided?
Yep. You're dividing, you just take the amount of change, like in my example where we went from $20 down to $16. You know, we're shopping and there's a shirt that was $20, it was on sale for $16. The amount of change would be $4. That's what would go on top. And then the original amount isn't the 16, that's the new amount. The original amount is the 20. So you'd put the 4 over the 20, which gives us 0.2, and then multiply by 100 and you get 20%. So that's the process. It's pretty easy to do.
Oh, okay, so wait, would you put like the amount change, like you'd be like, oh, it changed this much?
Uh-huh.
So like, if it went from 40 to 50, you put 10 divided by the original amount?
Yep.
Oh.
It's going to keep telling me this here. My computer's performance is slow. I know that. It keeps popping up here. All right. So coat's on sale. The original price of the coat is $82. The sale price is $74.50. What is the discount expressed as a percent change? So we're going to find the amount of change. How do I find the amount of change? Subtraction. So you do this, 82 minus 74.50. That's the amount of change. And then I'm going to put it over the original. What's the original here? 82. So when you do this on your calculator, if you can do the amount of change in your head, that would be fine. So this would be, what?
That'd be
$74.50 to $82, right? It'd be $5.50 up to 80, and then 2 more. That's $7.50. So 7.50 over 82. So if you can do the change in your head, that's fine, and then just cut down the fraction and then your percent.
Is that all we're doing?
That's all we're doing. So let's go ahead and type this in. 750 divided by 82
9%.
is 9% about. Is it an increase or decrease? Well, right now it probably gave you a 0.09, but what do we have to multiply that by? 100. So if you multiply 0.09 by 100, you get about 9%. Yeah. So 9%, and it isn't a decrease, right? Yeah, because it went from $82 down to $74.50. Oh, this one's something else. So this is, I think, real data here. It says the total amount of precipitation in Placerville during the 2010-2011 season was 53.8 inches. The total amount of rainfall during the 2013-2014 season was 20.5 inches. What is the percent decrease between the two seasons? So we're going to go ahead and find the difference first of all here. So we started with the 53.8, right? So we take 53.8 minus 20.5. That's going to go over, what was the original?
52.
The 53.8 was the original, yeah. So do that and then times 100.
Is
So,
that actually always correct?
yeah, so 53.8 minus 20.5 is
33.3.
33.3. Yeah, so 33.3 over 53.8 times 100. Don't forget the times 100. What do you get? What is it? 62%. It depends. I didn't give specific instructions for rounding. I was rounding to the nearest tenth cases. About a 61% decrease. So went down quite a bit. All right.
62.
What was the decimal? 61 point what? Okay, so 60.
That's 61.
Yeah, 61.
That's 61 too. That's 61.
It's 61. My God.
It's 61.8. If you rounded it, so it'd be 62.
Whoa.
62.
Whoa, okay, 62.
Let me check it. 33.3 divided by 53.8. Well, you guys are. It is 61.8, so it would round to 62%.
Oh, yeah, that's a measure. How much?
All right. You guys are Precision. Yeah, all right. Store buys an electric guitar for $295. The store then marks up the price of the guitar to $340. What is the percent of the markup? So we have $340 minus $295. No, we want to find the difference between the two prices. It's the amount of change. So $340 minus $295, and then its original price. Well, its original price though was $295. So we're trying to find what percent was marked up from there. So and then don't forget the times 100. I don't usually put the times 100 on here. I just move the decimal 2 places over. So usually when you look at it, just know that we're talking about percent. You need to move it over, but according to the equation, there it is. What do you get? About 15%. Is this an increase or a decrease? Increase. What's that? Where is the negative sign? Down underneath the 3.
Oh, so we don't leave the decimal and we just go to 15.
Depends on what they ask you to do. They didn't say, so I'm just running the nearest whole number.
I just leave the decimal.
You could leave it to the nearest tenth, yeah. Depends. Depends on what the context is. All right, why don't you guys try the next one? See if you can figure out the percent increase on the next one, please. All right, what'd you guys get?
17% increase.
About a 17% increase. All right. Moving on here.
16.6.
Yeah, it would work fine. Yeah. So a hybrid car cost $21,500 in 2008. As they became more affordable, the price dropped to $19,780. What is the decrease expressed as a percent change? So if we do 21,500 minus 19,780 over the original price, 21,500. Multiply that by 100. Just be careful when you type this into your calculator. You either need to do the subtraction first, then divide, or put parentheses around this. I usually just do the subtraction, then hit divided by, and then 21,500. And then, like I said, I don't bother with multiplying by 100. I just look at it. When it shows up as 0.08 something something, you can just move the decimal 2 places over. So 8% decrease. Alright, this next one is going to be, it's a lot of percents. So we go 53,000 minus 1,330 over 1,330 times 100.
Wait, why is it 53,000?
Right here.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
No, it's actually fine in this case. You can always do the bigger number minus the smaller. If you want to do it the other way around, you'll get a negative, which would be appropriate for a percent decrease. This is a percent increase. Right? So this is the correct way. So we go 53,000 minus 1,330 over 1,330. It ends up being 3,885%.
If you get that negative, is that right? Just around, if you get it negative.
But negative wouldn't make sense for this one. I would drop the negative because it's an increase. If it's an increase, it should be positive.
So wait, can you just do it like the other way around and then just take out the negative?
You could. All that you're trying to do is find really the absolute value of the difference. The amount of change is just the absolute value of the difference. And then you can apply the negative or positive later. If you want to, you could, like on these ones where it was a decrease, you could switch the numbers around, have the small number first, bigger number second, you get a negative, and then you would have a negative sign attached to your percentage. And that would tell us it's a decrease. Like if you look at stock market, and you look, they're going to have it they're going to say the word decrease, they just have a negative 2.3%, and that means it's gone down.
Okay.
So yes, you could use the negatives in that way. Alright, so that's it. Section summary, what do you think here? Percent increase, percent decrease? Have you ever seen this in life? Maybe mentioned somewhere in real life I see this.
Stocks.
Stocks is one, yeah. If you go down the list of stocks, you'll see positives, negatives. They do percent change all this stuff.
Wait, so on this one would still, okay.
So, do your section summary. We're going to do the classwork right now, and then we're going to do our skill 3, and then I have a game for you.
Yay, you're the best.
Well, see you at the game.